Hello again, my friends. I thought we could do that S word search together if you'd like to. Try a word search. Have you done a word search before? It's not something we haven't done in class yet, I don't think. So this could be something new for us to try. Some people love to do word searches, and other people don't like them so much. It's okay. We all have different preferences. Preferences are the things that we like the best. So we have different preferences. So maybe you'll like a word search, maybe you like a coloring page better. It's just a different preference. It's not right or wrong. So we can do that, and we can sing a little song about caterpillars and butterflies. Would you like to do that with me? Okay, here's how we're gonna make our ground, and this is gonna be our caterpillar crawling by, okay? And then we're gonna sing this. I'm a little caterpillar crawling by. I make a cocoon and I go to hide. I rest for a while and I sleep inside. When I come out, I'm a butterfly. Remember we did that in class? We wrapped our thumbs around each other, and then we can make a butterfly to fly all around. Okay, so for our word search, I hope I can hold this up and that you can see it at the same time if I set my camera up nicely. All this technology is a new thing to us, huh? I have to try to make sure everybody can see. I think that looks pretty good. So we have a snake here. We have a snail. We have a star and a spider. Ooh, I don't like spiders so much. Okay, so the best way to do a word search is to start with the first letter that you're looking for in a word. Like, let's start with snake. So of course we're going to start with the letter S because that's our letter of the week. So we start with the letter S, and then we look for the next letter. Does this letter S have an N next to it? Let's see. It does. Right below it, it has an N because the words can go across or the words can go down. Sometimes they can go diagonal, but not in this puzzle. This is a more easy puzzle. So I see SN. Does it have an A next? S-N-A. It does. Okay, S-N-A-K is our next letter. Does this have a K next? S-N-A-I. No K. So that can't be where snake is. So let's go to our next S. Does it have an N next to it? It does. Does it have an A next to the N? It does. Does it have a K next to the A? It does. And does it have an E in the N? S-N-A-K-E. It does. So we can circle it and we can cross him off. We found him. Okay, now snail. Let's go back and try that first S again. Does it have an N next to it? It does. Does it have an A? S-N-A. It does. Does it have an I next? S-N-A-I. It does. And does it have an L at the bottom? Let's see. S-N-A-I-L. It does. So we can cross him off. Now we're going to look for a star. S-T-A-R spells star. Well, we know it can't be those ones. So let's find another S. No S, no S, no S, no S, no S, no S. There's one. Okay. Does this S have a T next to it? Let's see, all the way around. Nope, no T. So we got to find a new S. Bing. There's another S. Does it have a T next to it? It does. The next letter we're looking for is an A. S-T-A. It does. And the last letter is an R. S-T-A-R. We found it. Cross it off. And just one more. The spider. Okay, so we found an S up here that didn't have a T next to it for star, so maybe it has a P next to it for spider. So there's the S, and it does have a P. And then we're looking for an I. S-P-I. Then we need a D next. S-P-I-D. We might have found it. Now we need an E. S-P-I-D-E. And one more letter, an R. S-P-I-D-E-R. We found it. We found all four pictures. And then we can trace these squiggly S's that go my way and then back. To the left, to the right. To the left to the right, and back again. They're so squiggly, aren't they? Just like a snake. And then they had little tiny, these lowercase s's at the bottom are really small. So if you have a hard time drawing them, it's okay. It's really fine because they're really very, very small. And that makes it difficult with little hands that are just learning to draw an S for the first time, maybe, except for maybe Alessa, who has 2 S's in her name. So she's had lots of practice with S's already. And there's our word search. We did it. So I hope you're having fun at home and also listening to your parents and learning. And you know, sometimes it gets boring when you're home for a long time. But here's the fun part about being bored. It can be super fun because when you're bored, your brain will start using its imagination to make up new games and new projects and to create different ideas. And you can really come up with some cool, creative things when you start off by being bored. So don't worry about being bored. It's just going to lead to some kind of great creativity. And I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great day. Mwah.